I have a variety going here. I like indeterminate tomatoes, which means they climb and climb and climb, and I prune and prune and prune, but they have a really good chance of living with me. So see these little ones here? These are yard-long beans. I also put in with some of the tomatoes, not all of them, but some of them. And I did that one too, but I suspect a bunny rabbit got it. They're sneaky like that. So this particular set of tomatoes, these are all Mr. Stripeys. And then these are pink brandywines. And then this one is a lemon boy. We haven't tried that one before, but as you can see, I have a flower. There's some more on this one, which is also a lemon boy. And then we have a few more over here. I can't remember what this one is. Let's see. Cherokee purple. It's got the yellow flowers already on it. So I'm ready to do some pruning. As you can see in, let me see if I can get down in here. There is some little pieces here. They need to come out. And I need to trim the lower branches so they can start climbing up. But they're getting there. And I'll be starting to clip them. See these white clips? I clip the tomatoes to my screen to let them start growing. But they're all the way down. We're going to prune the tomatoes. And if you look right here, I'm going to take the lower limbs off. And we do this for several reasons, but one is to get more air. And Michelle is throwing strawberries that didn't survive the rabbit attack to the chickens. So if you hear a bunch of noise, apologies in advance. So we're going to get this one off. And the idea is to clip these two so it can climb. And then when it gets a little taller, we'll just keep trimming. But see, you don't want to trim this branch because that's the branch that has the fruit on it. So then the tomato will come in there. So you'll have to, this one down here, that's a yard-long bean that survived the bunny attack. We'll move down to the next one. So in this one, we definitely want this lower limb right here. We want that out of there. So we make a pile of those out of the way. They go in compost. And we got another one on the other side. And let's see what we also have here. There is, we probably want this one right here out of the way, because then our fruit can, let's do the same thing over here. We just have to be careful. We don't mess up our fruit. Then we can get some air in there. And the sunlight, as long as you have enough sunlight getting in there, I think that one's pretty good for the moment. This is a lemon boy, so it's shaped a little different than the one before it. But it also has two plants in one. You can see down at the bottom. So the first thing I'm going to do is take off some of these lower limbs so I can see better. It's not just so I can see better, though. We need to take them off because it needs to breathe. And then I don't know if you can see right, move out of the way, right here, but this is a little one that grows in between. So we're going to pluck that out. Pluck this one out. This one is also, see how it's grown up in between the branch and the stem? This one's got to go. because it'll cause it to, this little thing cause it to create a whole nother plant going that way. And now our fruit has the ability to get pollinated a little better. And I'm going to take this back one off too, because it will allow more sunlight in and it'll be flatter up against the surface when I attach the netting to it. So I'm going to get this back one too. And then as they get a little bigger, that one will be good to go. Probably ought to see if I can get a clip and clip that. And I'm trying to situate it so it's below the fruit. So as soon as that fruit gets heavy, it will work a little easier on it. Let's see if I can get you down here without being too far out of the way. I don't want to sit down because it rained, and then even though there's a plasticky type surface, that water comes up through it and soaks my pants. So we'll grab another one of these and we'll see what we got going down here. We don't want to do anything until we look. So we're breaking off this one in the armpit. That's got to go. And we got to get this lower limb out of the way. And I think I'm going to take this limb too. And now I'm ready to, whoop, there's one in the armpit here. Okay, we're going to keep going. We'll get through the whole row. I'm going to take off these lower limbs. And this one's starting to tilt, so I'm going to grab one of these and help it sit upright. Come on, buddy. Talking to your plants is never a bad idea. There we go. And I may take this one off too. There we go. Now, those will air out. And they look like kind of sticks with just a few leaves, but we're actually doing the plant a big favor because it makes it so that you don't have any diseases and stuff. See, we've got this one going here, and then, I don't know, they grew pretty fast because we've had lots of rain. We've also got some small ones at the bottom. They've got to go, and now we got to decide what's gonna go. That's gonna go. Get out of here. Now, I don't know, let me get another two off of here and then I'll show you. In between here is where the fruit's gonna start. You see this little teeny tiny one? That is going to be tomatoes. So what I need to do is take those other ones off so it gets some air and some sun. The bees can come. And then we will hook this up so that just in case we get a lot of wind or anything, it gets to stay where it belongs. 2 more tomatoes and we're out of here. And of course this weed needs to go. Oh, now it's gonna come back. Ah, look at that, I got the root. I hate weeds, which is why I put down this plastic. So, we have a limb on the bottom that's got to go. We have this sucker right here. This is going to be out of here. And now we are going to trim here, here. And that looks pretty good for now. This one's already got some flowers. So I think I'm gonna, oh, it's starting to get hot. Oh, that one broke. After about a season or two, these little plastic things go, but I love them. And they're pretty inexpensive. So I just ordered a new box of them because I knew these weren't going to last long. Come on. There we go. Now we're upright. One more. Okay, let's see what we got going on. That's going to go. That's going to go. That's going to go. And now you're good. I think we'll wait to do this one until after it gets a little bigger. Now, I have to go check on the cucumbers. But that's for another day.